the latest and greatest camera monitor is out, and it's already in your pocket.
Ooh. Welcome back to Dean Street, and today we're talking about a specific camera company, accessory company that we both use. They kind of announced that they might have a phone solution or something. We'll get into that in a second. In the meantime, go ahead and like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Let us know your opinion on what you're about to hear us regurgitate, and just hang out and have a good time. So, as probably a lot of you may not know, me and Zach are kind of camera adjacent camera guys. We like tech in its entirety. So that's going to go into camera equipment at some point. Right. I'm more of a camera guy than Zach is.
Yeah.
But
do some camera stuff on the weekends every now and then.
Absolutely. You know, we like to do things on our personal channels. We got some videos up. You can go check those out too. That being said, one of the brands that we both use to some capacity is Atomos. It's a camera monitor company, right? So, and this might get a little bit of an explanation. Normally, your cameras will have a little screen on them that's kind of tiny. We don't like looking at the tiny screen, so we get a bigger one. Atomos has fantastic external camera monitors. Great. What you use the Shinobi, or which one do you use?
The Shinobi 5, yeah.
And then I use the Ninja 5. Mm-hmm. That's just the models. Great monitors, has a lot of functionality, a lot of things that you can, bake into them, color-wise, all this cool stuff. I saw an article today that the header of the article, this is what threw me off. The header of the article was Atomos is developing a new phone.
It's a little confusing. Yeah.
I was like, whoa, hold on a minute.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, I'm like, we're Apple guys. I think I might switch over to Atomos. That's pretty cool.
That's pretty solid. Yeah. I was like, I might have to get one of those and give it a try. Yeah. But, as I like to do, I see the article and I'm like, oh, that's awesome. And I don't really read it all the way before I kind of post it in our idea thing. Then Zach clarified a few things for me because he's a better reader than I.
I do read. I don't want to get just worked in the comments for not reading. So he finds the articles, I read the articles.
I read them sometimes. I skim. But I skimmed over the most important piece of information that Zach clarified for me.
So this isn't a new phone. It's a replacement for a monitor, and you can use your own iPhone for this. The cool thing about this is you can also record to your iPhone from your mirrorless camera. So it is replacing kind of a Ninja situation because the Shinobi isn't a recorder as well. So Shinobi is just a monitor. And the Ninja series is a monitor and a recorder, so you can record your stuff right into the monitor, which it's pretty cool, very nifty.
It's sweet.
So this would allow you to do that with your iPhone, and so it real-time monitoring through a USB and also recording onto your iPhone. It is, what did we say it was? I think $499.
I believe so. Or no, it's $399. I think is relatively cheap for what it is, and that's what kind of threw me with because I was still over here thinking it was a phone. I was like, "That's a cheap phone. What are they doing?"
I would jump all over that. Yeah,
okay. The Atomos Ninja Phone will be priced at $399.
Yeah,
and it's available for pre-order as we're, what was it, like a week ago since we posted this video. So
I think it's a cool piece of tech. I think it's great for people who already have a phone, right? So you already have an iPhone, you have a, your mirrorless camera. you maybe you want a monitor, but you don't really want to use one all the time. You don't want to make that investment into a monitor, and it's also kind of cool to have it already on your phone, right? If you want to record in Rec 709 and just record something, post it from your phone right away. It's a pretty cool application. I'm not in the market for it because I already have the Shinobi.
Yeah.
And I like to use my phone while I'm working. So I do a lot of sports videos. It's my main thing I produce another podcast. We do recap stuff, cameraman on the sidelines for football games. I need to contact my wife in the middle of football games, make sure, everything's going well, tell her when I'm going to be home. So I need to do that without interrupting like my monitoring. So
yeah. That was kind of the shift whenever you had clarified for me that it wasn't an actual phone, that it would be using your phone.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, then that changes things for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm like you. I want to be able to have access to my phone and not have to worry about it for a monitor. Because like I've been in this situation where like I shoot on the Canon, you can get the Canon app and it'll just wirelessly connect, and I can just use it. Most of the time I'm a one-man camera crew. So I put it on the tripod and I need to see what's on the screen, and I probably don't have my monitor on because I don't personally own the Ninja V. I use it at the church. And my camera monitor currently is a little broken. So, we're running what it is. But I'll pull up that app and I can see what I have going on. I could frame myself, whatever, change settings, all that stuff. But then once I close the app out to look at something else, I'll open the app back up and it has to wirelessly connect to it again and all this other stuff. So it's like, oh God, it's a headache. I feel as though maybe not as much of a headache, but having to swap back and forth between apps, if I absolutely needed to, might prove to be a little cumbersome.
Yeah.
That would be my main reason why I wouldn't go for that kind of thing.
It's also a solution to a couple things too, because if that's your style of how you want to shoot, it's also a mount, right? So it's a mount, it's a recorder, and it turns your phone into a monitor for whatever we said, $399, $299, $399 for $400. So it's pretty cool. There's obviously going to be some trade-offs, right? Because you're using your phone.
Yeah.
I do have one question here and one thing to point out. You can get the Atomos 5-inch 4K Shinobi. It's not 4K. It's 1080. I don't know why it says 4K. But it's 1080, 60 frames a second. So exact specs you can get on the other one. You can order that right now from Amazon for $308.
Yeah. Why not get that? I think probably the only reason why you would go to the phone is you can record to the phone.
Yeah.
So you're getting the Ninja V at a lesser quality, but you can record.
In the iPhone, it should be pointed out, is great for monitoring. Like it has really good specs. Like it's gonna look good. It's probably close to kind of the same size, if not a little smaller than the Shinobi 5. I think this is a really good example of a tech company sticking the landing of a product that is narrow in need, but it is a need, right? The folks that don't want to shell out for the Ninja 5, but the folks that want an external recorder and already have an iPhone. So it's also kind of priced perfectly, because if you don't want a recorder, you get the Shinobi because it's going to be a little better for you. So you're not really having to decide between those. If I think it's a good product. I really do.
Yeah, because for the extra $200, because I think the Ninja is like $500.
Yeah,
or an extra $100.
Right? Is it
so?
Ninja's more expensive.
I believe so.
Let me see.
I think it's $500. I don't know. We got ours in a bundle, so I don't know quite what the price was, but I know it's more expensive.
I think the new one's $599.
$599. Okay, yeah.
You can get older ones for $4.
Yeah. So for an extra $200, you can have that 4K recording, straight to a hard drive, and that's the cool thing too, because I can plug in a 2 terabyte SSD on the backside of it. and just pump it with footage.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
can you bake LUTs into? This is gonna get kind of nerdy for you non-camera guys,
Mhm.
but like your color stuff into the Shinobi.
Well,
Like you can load
yeah.
like color
Mhm.
profiles and stuff too.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I figured. I wasn't sure.
Yeah. I don't know if you can. I'm sure there's a way to do that on an iPhone too.
Yeah, it's got to be.
But I think think about like run and gun folks, right? So it's even if you buy the Ninja,
Yep.
and you can bake in LUTs, which
Yeah.
that's fine, but then you still have to move it over to your iPhone.
Yep.
If you're running and gunning, maybe if you're doing like sports stuff,
One thing
you can pull and edit it on the iPhone. The footage is already in there right after. I mean, this is a quick solution. So that's another reason maybe,
that's fast.
If you're not pulling stuff, uploading it to computer, it's a good solution.
Now, I do have to get my one gripe with the Ninja V is the hard drive. It's a SATA connection on the back end. It's not like a USB-C.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to have another adapter to plug into my computer, that hard drive, after I unplug it from there to load whatever footage wherever I need it to be. So like I had to like order an adapter in order to do what I needed to do with it. Whereas the iPhone, like you said, it's just going to store in the iPhone and then you're done. Yeah. You can do what you need with the footage.
You do kind of need to have already kind of dedicated yourself to this solution because you need an iPhone with a lot of capacity. I always buy the iPhone with the lowest capacity because I'm cheap.
Yeah.
But if you have a lot of capacity in your iPhone, if you're doing shots or you're working maybe social media stuff and you want to use a mirrorless camera and you need to react quickly to like events or sports, it's a great solution. We used to do like a get it or gimmick thing, right? This is kind of a get it or gimmick. Where do you fall?
I would probably get it.
Yeah.
Or I do get it, you know. The other thing I was thinking about too, okay, so if you have an iPhone with like less capacity, one of the newer iPhones have USB-Cs, right?
Can you split though? Because this is using a USB-C. Because I thought about that too. And I was like, if you could split USB-Cs, you could get a good Samsung 2 terabyte.
Yep.
Pop it on the back of your iPhone, split the other one, make the. I mean, then you're cooking. You're like,
that's it. Like you can save money on the. Well, I mean that would defeat the purpose of having it directly to the iPhone, kind of thing. You know, because at that point it would like save to the hard drive.
But you could still access it through the iPhone.
Yeah, you could still access it through there. It's a neat idea. I don't know that would be like possible as far as like splitting USB-Cs and stuff like that. That was like the image because I was seeing several people do like a phone cinema rig. You know, they'll have like the cage on their phone with the attached lens, you know, fancy whatever. And then I've seen them where they have a hard drive slot on the back of those cages. So that way, whenever they record, it'll just back up to that hard drive. That was like my first thought.
I'm like excited about this product in the sense that like, you know, if we ever do get YouTube money and we ever do like get a studio going somewhere, it would be cool to have a rig like this.
Yeah.
Just like a rig dedicated on this. Because while, I do want to use my iPhone when I'm working on most stuff, you could do some fun things with this rig and get stuff out really quickly.
Yep.
You could also live stream from it. I think I saw.
Oh.
So it's endless applications. We're usually pretty pessimistic on this channel about tech. This one's actually kind of exciting. This is
I can see how live streaming would be super cool because especially if you're streaming from your phone and you have all like Twitch, for instance, right? YouTube, whatever. Like you're gonna have your comment section going. So like I wonder if there's like a functionality in or like if Atmos even thought about it,
like
having
screen.
a streaming deal, you know. That would be solid.
Well, and that's all application based, right? So I mean, because you're still running it through an application on your iPhone in order to do this. Yeah. So there's a lot of room for growth with this type of thing. I think it's cool, man. Especially for like,
it's neat.
There's some people that have like 2 iPhones, you know, that run around like one for. I mean, some people have like one iPhone for the camera and one iPhone, to use them. Some have like to use for like drones. Like, do you have the built-in monitor on your drone?
On my controller, yeah.
Okay. Well, some folks use extra. It for like,
Yeah. I went back to liking the idea of having my phone separated.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's why I got the controller with mine.
I think that would be like what I would want with like a base setup. But, live streaming stuff, uploading stuff quickly, this is a great solution for that. And I think it's not cheap, but I think it's fairly priced for what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. So. It seems in the ballpark of what Atomos usually does with their pricing. So
yeah, I think they stuck the landing between the two monitors as well. So
yep.
Cool. I'm there with you. I'm on the get it side. Kind of talked myself into it during this.
Yeah, and during the video, like me too.
Yeah.
So
cool.
We're not that pessimistic.
Yeah. Yeah,
we're optimistic about tech.
Let us know in the comments what you think about this. Is this something you would use? Do you agree that they stuck the landing between the other two monitors, or would you just spend your $300 on the Shinobi?
Yeah.
Cool.
Mm.
Peace.
See ya.